Good evening. I'm Pam Ford. Welcome to Real Talk. Our subject today, what people are carrying. Today we're creating space for conversations about some of the things that people carry that others may not ever or always see. Things like bias, racism, stigma, mental health pressures, and just simply the challenges that people face while trying to just move forward. Our panel today brings together lived experience and perspectives that help deepen our understanding of these realities that reside within our own communities. Now let's get started.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Pam Ford with New Day Employment Network, and this conversation is Real Talk, what people are carrying. Today, I have with me a person that I admire, that has started at the bottom, now she's here. I'm excited. We're going to share. I just can't wait to talk about what people share, what people carry, and how we survive our circumstances. And so today I have with me Katrina Harden. And what I want to talk about first, Katrina, is first of all, thank you.
Of course.
Thank you for coming out and being a part of this discussion. When we think about what people are carrying, we think about bias, and when you hear that word bias, Katrina, it sounds like a big concept. But from your lived experience, what does bias actually look like to you in everyday life?
In my everyday life, bias to me looks like being treated different from the next person that is a part of society. Like, I have to understand that even with my circumstances of me being formerly incarcerated, I'm a returned citizen. So the bias that comes across my table and in my life is that she's a returned citizen. And she is less than the citizens that have been here all their lives or all the whole time. So the time that I was incarcerated, 28 years, so it makes the conversation and the bias comes up harder than the next, because to my face, things are perfect. Behind my back, she's been incarcerated. She's less than. So I work her harder. I pay her less. I give her what I want her to have and not what she deserves, because just as anyone else that's been in society all their lives, I have degrees. I have certificates. I've completed many different things as any other person that is around me.
How does that make you feel?
Some days it makes me feel sad and discriminated towards, because how dare you treat me any different when I have an associate's degree, when I have licenses and skills that surpass the average person. But some days it shows me that I gotta work a little harder to get what I need, because it's mine and I can do it. So let me show you. Let me show you what I can do.
Whew, wonderful. What do you think are some of the challenges people carry that others don't always see or understand?
I think the challenges are that even though I'm free, I'm not free to go where I want to go. I'm not free to do all the things that I want to do. So it's a challenge to work where I want to work and do the things that I want to do. So with food, I love food. Oh man, I can burn with the best of them. I can do hair with the best of them. I can sew with the best of them. But me having the stigma of being a returned citizen, there's not too many people that want to take a chance on me. There's not too many people that want to go all out because she's a returned citizen. So I just have to work a little harder, and I'll do the things that people won't do.
Give me an example.
As in, I'll say, I've worked at the cleaners, I've worked at Pizza Hut, I've been a bell ringer, I've worked at a gas station. I will work wherever they take me, because at the end of the day, I'm a hard worker. I'm a person of integrity. I'm a person that wants to show and know that I'm worthy. I want you to see it. I'm gonna step out there every single day with my head up high, because I have the people behind me to show me by example. I have some great people behind me that has took a chance on me. So don't get me wrong. There's some people that took a chance on me, including yourself. And
because you did the work.
It's the work, but
you're doing the work.
Every single day. Every single day. Some days it's harder than others to get up. Some days it's harder than others to just think about what is next for you, Katrina. Like, you can't stay stagnant, and you have to do what you have to do every day. I gotta show up and show out. I have to.
Doesn't it get exhausting?
Yeah. It's days when I'm in my own home, tired, exhausted, shut off the world, laying on that couch and in the dark. Don't want to talk to anyone, but that next day, I gotta get up. Get up, Trina. God has woke you up. God has showed you, and I have people that call me and be like, so what you gonna do today? Well, not you go, you know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? Get up.
And, and I'm asking you, and then I think about me, like, what am I carrying? So many times people think that, because you got the smile that you can, that you got it all going on. And I know I serve a big God, for one. But the thing is that I carry a lot, but I let a lot go. But one thing I know is that I surround myself with people, with friends that got my back. And I have had friends that we have been ace boom since day one, since Kenny, and I mean kindergarten. And I thank God for Rebecca Travis. I thank God for Jody Mankins. I am just grateful, because those girls, that's my posse. They keep me grounded. And sometimes they tell me I work too hard, but they keep me grounded. So I have people that I can talk to. I have sisters that I can speak with. And I see a therapist.
Me too.
And I don't have any shame in my game with that. Being educated, yep, I see a therapist.
Yes.
Because it's important for my mental health, for me to be able to see someone that I can just unclothe what I have going on inside of me and lay it out all on the table.
Yes.
That's so important to me. is to be able to lay it out on the table. So at the end of the day, I don't know why people in our community don't think that mental health is important as far as seeing therapists. I think that it's vitally important to see a therapist. And that's one of the reasons, we carry things. But the thing is, the reason that I'm okay, because sometimes I'm not okay. But the reason that most of the times that I am okay is because I know that I can reach out. My therapist will reach out to me. And we have these conversations, and I can sit in a chair and I can share with them. And I thank God that, I've had the therapist for the last 3 years or so, and it's been wonderful. And I will continue to see my therapist because it makes me a better person. It makes me better around other people. So with everything going on with you, do you see a therapist?
I see a therapist every week through another agency that I've been connected with. I see them every week.
So I think that therapy is important, and I don't have an issue with sharing that because it makes me a better person because of it. I'm not all I want to be, but I know I'm not what I used to be. And it's because of therapy, and it's my relationship with God, that He has been amazing to me and the people that hold me accountable, both women and men friends that just hold me accountable to different things. And I don't like to be around people that's always just people. I need people that's going to tell me, what I need to hear. I may not always accept it or like it, but it's things that, if I need to hear. I may not always agree with it, and I won't, but it's some things I need to hear, and I do take that into consideration. I do take those things into consideration. So we have Jerron, and Jerron is my outreach navigator. And when we talk about biases, what are some of the biases that you've encountered just every day living in the community? And what you carry with you?
Okay, well, my name's Ron Davis Sr. I'm the outreach navigator at New Day Employment Network. Being the fact of me being formerly incarcerated, there's a bevy of biases and things that's indiscriminately placed against me that I feel I'm not deserved of, being the fact of me changing my life around. Some of the barriers have been just as simple as being able to rent a place for living, because of background checks and things of that nature there. After you do your sentence with doing time in prison, there's a second sentence you do. And those are the things I'm facing on a day-to-day basis. The work I do for you, being at the courthouse one day a week, right? Our Resource Wednesday. So I saw a police officer that I used to have problems with back when I was in the streets. And I ain't saw him probably 30 years, And as soon as he see me, he said, "What you done now, Jerron?" I said, "Well, I work here now." And that just blew his mind back when I told him that. As soon as he saw me, he just immediately thought I got in some trouble because I was in the courthouse. And that was something that, going back to work into the courthouse was something that I had to get over, because every time I went to the courthouse, it was because I was, in trouble, and more often than not, it's because I was being led in from the holding facility, So that was something I had to, come to grips with, being able to overcome that and, going there frequently, because it would trigger me, But there's many things, like I said, that I'm still judged on, with my past, by people that knew me formerly, in reference to the things I used to do and the life I used to live. So, there's certainly implicit bias. Like I said, the most simplest one, like I said, was, trying to rent somewhere to live. I got turned down many of times. If not for a private landlord, I wouldn't have had none. I'm a person with a 740 credit score. Means absolutely nothing because of the fact of my background, and even with job opportunities, if not for, organizations like yourself and other organizations that's affording me opportunities and giving me an olive branch, I wouldn't be gainfully employed, and I know that because of my background. You know, in spite of jobs saying that they're felon friendly and things of that nature. There, you know, yeah, you had laughed them, you know, and so you know you hear that often, you know, about felon friendly, but there's so many you know, obstacles and barriers that you have to overcome, especially like I say with, you know, myself being formerly incarcerated. You know, I go through those things on a day-to-day basis, just different things and challenges that present themselves implicitly and you know, like I say, some behind the scenes, you know, but you know, I just continue to, you know, navigate and do what's right and know how I'm supposed to be living, and you know, not letting those things deter me, you know, because I'm determined to continue to do and show that what redemption looks like. So, but you know, yeah, there's barriers and obstacles on a day-to-day basis, especially like I say, speaking of myself, someone who's formerly incarcerated.
What does that do to your psyche on a daily basis?
It makes me stronger, it makes me more determined, you know, but everyone is different. You know, I've seen some people where, you know, it breaks them, and guess what? They end up going back to their old life, you know, because they get tired of getting discriminated against, and, you know, people thinking that, you know, they're living a falsehood, you know, and they're trying to cover up this or that, you know, so, you know, it depends on the individual, you know, but me, it drives me more, you know, because I know my purpose is, so that's what it do for me. It's fuel.
You pretty much said the same thing, Katrina.
See, that's my brother. That's my
You
brother.
pretty much said the same thing. What about, you know, we think about things that we carry. What do you carry with you that you know that is heavy? What do you carry with you, you know, on you that you know that's heavy? Because there's so many people, we all carry something. And what is one thing that you can say that you carry that you want other people to know, because it's something that you know that you have to rid yourself of? Because that's the goal with this show, is that we want other people to know that change is possible.
Yes, it is.
It's not easy, but it's possible.
Well, you know, when you ask that, I mean, it's a bevy of things with, you know, like I said, my former life and things I've lost and had to deal with in reference to living that former life, you know, being incarcerated. I can go back to losing my parents, bless their soul, while I was incarcerated. You know, that's something that you carry around, you know, not being able to be there, you know, at their most present time, and, you know, being able to support your family in any kind of way during the tragedy of a loss of life. You know, but I would say the most heaviest is my kids, you know, being away from them, not being in their life, you know. I have a son now that's, you know, he's got some legal issues, you know, going on. He's fighting some serious legal issues, you know. And, you know, I feel that things could have possibly been different had I been there to be present in his life, you know. So that's something that you certainly, myself, I walk around with daily. I'm not gonna say that it's a way to rid myself of that, you know, because I'm human, you know, and you know, I mean, those things bother you, you know, because you feel that, you know I feel that I failed my children as a father, you know, by not being able to be present in their life, you know. So I'm not gonna say that I'll be able to rid myself of that, you know, just try to figure out how to be a better man in totality, you know, moving forward day to day, is something that helps me continue to press forward in that regard. But I can't sit here and tell that, I mean, you know, I'm not a fortune teller. I can't necessarily tell that I'll be able to completely rid myself of that, you know, because, you know, like I say, the things I've seen, you know, transpired, you know, even with, you know, I've had fractured relationship with my children and different things of that nature there, from not being able to be in their life and things that we're still working through, you know, off of choices that I made, you know, that, you know, I paid a price for it dearly, you know, and those are things you can't get back. Like I said, all I can continue to do is live through my windshield, you know, but I can't sit here and tell you in totality that I'll be able to rid myself of that. But I just try to, like I say, live and grow each day and be the best person I can be. You know, I often have a saying that, you know, no matter who we are, we're under construction. I don't care who you are. You know, you can be a priest, you can be the president. You know, we all have shortcomings, you know. And as long as we're present on this earth, we're going to have shortcomings, you know. But you try to work through those things and just become better each day because we're imperfect beings, you know. So that's just something I say I continue to try to navigate through daily.
Katrina?
Okay, the things that I carry that are heavy on my heart is like being away from my family, losing family members, losing people that are very dear and close to me. You know, one that was really hard was my mama having 2 massive strokes back to back while I was incarcerated. You know, good thing that she died twice, and both times, and they brought her back, but she's walking, talking, but not like she once was, but she's still here. So I feel blessed on that, but that's a hard pill to swallow when the person that you love the most in life, no matter what has happened or what has transpired between us, she died. And they had to bring her back. So for me, that's one of my biggest struggles, not being able to spend the time that I want to spend with her. But knowing that she's alive, knowing that she's being taken care of very well where she's at, makes it easier daily to continue to keep moving forward, you know? So that's one of my biggest struggles, but knowing she's great, knowing she's being treated wonderfully is a lift up off my heart and my life. I don't walk around to be perfect or try to be perfect or as if things don't bother me, because they do. But I know how to walk through them because God makes sure that I get everything I need and some of the wants, but everything I need, it happens. It happens instantly because I make sure that I put him at the forefront and him as my guide. I walk with him. I walk with God every single day. And the people that he's placed in my life, oh my God, it's amazing, because half the things that I have been through and go through, I wouldn't have been able to go through that or make it through. He touched me with them. Like you, Jerron, Juan, the Salvation Army, Blueprint, them people there. Like, I mean, I got some amazing people from this community that's standing on my shoulders and be pushing me every single day. They push me and they feel my spirit as well as in me pushing forward. So my heart be heavy some days, but then I have to get on up and get ready, because y'all ain't gonna let me stop, even if I try.
No.
So that's all I can say.
So, you know, what advice, because you know people are going through a lot, but what advice would you give to others, whether it's, you know, people coming home or people that you know that's down on their luck and they're going through, they got a lot of mental stuff going on and they have no support? What advice would you give, either one of you give to other people? I realize, you know what, I know pretty much what the answer is, but I want you to share, because I know, for example, like with Jerron, it's like you probably take about 10 calls a day, if not more, trying to help other people trying to help. Yeah. And, you know, but that's just who you are, trying to navigate resources for people. I know that I've always been a resource for people who wanted it.
Right.
You know, that's the difference. It's like, you know, for people that want it. whatever I can do. If I don't know it, I will find a resolution for people as far as trying to make the connection for a resource that you may need. And I know, like I said, Katrina, every day, you're posting videos talking about, this walk that you're doing, with God and how he's brought you through. So that's encouragement for other people. And you do it for you because it makes you feel good, but it's also a big help for other people that's going through it.
I don't just do it for me.
Okay.
That's not true.
Okay.
I do it for those people that do not have the courage to say I need help. I do it for the people that do not have the courage to say, I can't do this. I ain't gonna come out here and be act like I love God or God did this and that for me, So I let them know and show them how it goes, and how if you stand firm with God and you stand firm with the walk and wake up every single day with a good attitude, not so much I can't say the whole day I got a good attitude, but every day to just get up. That's all I can say, is to tell a person to get up and try God or whatever divine power that you love or you can respect. Just try it. Get up. Don't lay down and just give up. Get up. It's about getting up and starting fresh and new. And no matter your challenges, no matter what's going on in your life, get up. That's all I can say, is just get up.
Get up and get at it.
And get at it.
And get at it. Jerron?
I mean, first and foremost, your higher calling, like she said, whatever that may be. I know what, my King of Kings, my Lord of Lords mean to me, and how
Absolutely.
he continues to move on me daily, And I approach life with an attitude of gratitude, in spite of what I may be dealing with or going through. I just continue to move daily. Like Katrina said, it's different things that we go through. That you may be battling inside. But we know. I'm just grateful for God, mercy, and grace being bigger than our sins. That's what I'm grateful for, and just let people know. That's why I continue to show people and walk the way that I walk, to let people know that redemption is possible, that you can change, and there are opportunities out there. There are people that want to see you change. There are people that are willing to help you in spite of what may be going on in the world today. And people, it may seem doom and gloom and different things of that nature there, but God is still at the throne, and light gonna always outshine darkness, And you just have to, like Katrina said, you have to have that fortitude, that ray of light. As long as you got breath in your body, you got opportunity to bring about that change, And I know everybody's journey is different. Everybody's walk gonna be different, And I've never been a person to, force my ideology upon anybody or things of that nature there, because, it's gonna be different for everybody, I mean, I even heard you say about, help people that want to be helped. Some people don't even acknowledge or can understand they need help.
Right.
Because they caught up in how they've been living so long, and their normal is trauma, and they don't even know it's trauma. And that's what untreated trauma do to you. Just continue to grow and grow, and you think that this is your normality, and it's not. So, just like I said, I just, try to continue to be that inspiration, and just continue to let God use me how he want to use me, to be that light and touch others and be that difference, and use me as his vessel. And, like I said, everybody's walk gonna be different, but I just want people to know that there is hope. Don't never feel like there's not hope. It's opportunities out there, it's resources out there if you want the help. And like I say, some don't understand that they need the help, because like you say, they're dealing with substance abuse, mental illness, or just trauma within itself of living that life for so long. They don't understand that they truly do need help.
That's all they know. Some people, all they know is what they do, because it's easy. This road to re-entry, this road to life, this period is narrow. It's a narrow road. And some people like to stay on that wide road because it's what they've been on. The narrow road is a hard thing to do, especially when it got rocks on there, especially when it got, potholes in it, and you got to keep stepping. It's a hard road to do, but you just gotta keep, like I said, get up and do it and walk on it. Because some days God will carry you. Some days it might be a friend that carry you. Some days it just might be you just having to walk it. But you gotta get up and get on it.
If there was one thing that you wish, that you wish people in the community understood better about lived experience, what would it be?
I would say forgiveness. Why I say that? Because no matter what a person has done or what a person you feel that you know about a person, forgiveness is something that we need. We all need. Because you can say that I don't want this person in my life and I don't want this to be, but forgiveness and forgiving anything forgiveness will walk you into a greater life and a greater path.
Peace.
Because peace. Yes, peace. Because when you hold grudges or you hold on to what you think you know, it changes your path. It changes your life.
And mentally, how does that work for you?
As in forgiveness for me, I had to forgive some of the worst things that has happened to me in my life. I had to forgive those people. And they were hard pills to swallow. But I had to do it because how do I want forgiveness and starting a new life and doing new things and helping other people if I couldn't forgive some of the heinous things that has happened to me in my life or that I was accused of or what I've been through. I had to forgive that. So if I wouldn't have, I wouldn't be sitting right here. I'd probably be somewhere they were trying to find me a space in middle space because those things kept me kind of bound and made me not want to trust any man, any person. Like I can just say Jerron and Juan are the two men in my life. My brothers were the first two men that I trusted to be around, and never ever do I have ever treated me or mistreated me. They have only treated me like a sister and have been there 100% there for me since the day they met me, and they didn't know me from a can of paint. They have been my brothers. And anything I need or anything I want, they be like, what you need? Even when I want to say, well, I don't want this. Or they be like, okay, I got you. And for me coming from where I came from and what I've been through, I didn't trust men. I didn't. But those two men, my brothers, made me see there are good men out there. There are men out there that can love you as a sister and can love you and show you what love is unconditionally. So I had to say that. I'm sorry, but I had to say that, bro.
I would just say this, with lived experience, just how it was once viewed, that some people may not be redeemable, because of who they once were,
Who they are now.
Yeah. And so when you look at, the world has somewhat, opened up a little more to accepting people with lived experience because they found out that, even like people that may be dealing with substance abuse, different things of that nature, they know that, a person is not going to take a person serious that hasn't walked their path. It's going to be more relatable when I know that you done been in that mud with me. You understand what it's like. You know, you understand what it's like to, you know, rock bottom when you see nothing but the flow, right? And so, you know, it's just a fact on a person's journey. That's the making of who they are. You know, I embrace mine in totality. You know, and those who know me know me. You know, and so without me being that former person, the man you see today wouldn't be here. You know, so it's not anything that I run from, that I shy away from. Am I proud of? No, I'm not proud of it. But it's the makings of who I am today. It was part of my journey. It was part of what made me the person I am today. And just to be able to be here and share that journey with people is just amazing within itself, because so much I had survived to even be here. You know, and a lot of people, like I said, I came up with, you know, in the cemetery or spend the rest of their life in prison, you know. And so for me to be able to be that, even to have to survive prison, you know, because you get the sentence, but you still gotta survive it. It's not no given you just gonna make it back home. I mean, you gotta survive it, you know? And so all of those things, all those components make me who I am today, you know? And you know, like I said, I just want to continue to show people, you know, what change looks like, what redemption looks like, and let people know that it's possible, you know, regardless of, you know, what people, the conclusions that they draw and different things that nature that, you know, you're the author of your book, you know, and one thing I know that, you know, it ain't over till God say it's over, you know, and I just, like I say, I just continue to try to walk that path and show people on, you know, like I say, what redemption looks like, what lived experience looks like. What lived experience looks like, you know, because, you know, in the past, you know, it was a bad thing, lived experience. You know, people didn't want to give you opportunity and things that nature that would lived experience, you know. And so, you know, I just, like I say, want to continue to walk that path and show people, you know, just to continue to be progressive and growing and show people, you know, so that people that come behind me with lived experience, come behind me formerly incarcerated, they can be given opportunities, you know, because the opportunities are few and far between for formerly incarcerated individuals, like I say, and people that come from the path that I came from, you know, and like I said, if it wasn't for people, you know, someone has to believe in you. You know, if one people, like I say, organizations like you and a few other organizations, and, you know, I wouldn't be where I am today, you know, because a person has to believe in you to give you that opportunity. You know, they have to believe in redemption. They have to believe that a person, you know, that you are redeemable, you know, that, you know, not judging you off what it may have been your worst day, you know, so that's what I was saying in that regard.
And when we think about the mental health, our physical health, our emotional health, all that plays into our collective lived experiences. And I think that that's important. And what we will do is that for those of you out there that may be considering, you know, wanting to go to a therapist, we do have local agencies here in the area, and I'll put that information on the credits when we get done here, because we think that that's important. We think that that's important. So I just want to say thank you.
You're so welcome.
I want to say thank you for all that you're doing, all that you're becoming. Because you are becoming. You're not there yet. You're still becoming. Every day, you are bringing forth something different. Every single day. But what hasn't changed since the first time that I met you close to a year ago is your heart. Your heart, your mind, and your soul has been consistent. Absolutely consistent. So I want to thank you for taking the time to come on here and to share your journey with us, you know, dealing with what you're carrying, and continue to surpass whatever it is that people think that you won't do. But we are people that know what you can do. And you always want to be around people that know what you can do. So thank you. And with Jerron, We've been rocking and rolling now for about 2 years. We bump heads. We don't agree on everything, and we never will. But
Anybody in life?
no. But, you know, I am so grateful for what you have given me as far as showing me the different things, because I didn't grow up in that. But as far as dealing with issues mentally, if I'm stressed out, because this mental health is something new. 10 years ago, this would have been a word that none of us would have probably even used, but now it's just used so frequently. But I just want to say thank you for sharing your story, sharing your life, sharing your experiences, teaching me by being a part of my team what this thing looks like.
Well, it's in hopes that, you know, it will help somebody else,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
come behind us, you know,
Yes.
because there are many that's going to come behind us. It's in hopes that showing them it could be done, you know. And, you know, I want to thank you, you know, because the fact of the cause that you champion, you know, it opens up doors for people like Katrina and myself, you know, where doors wouldn't be open, you know, with tables we wouldn't be allowed to sit, you know, so. You know, those grassroots organizations and things that do that is needed, because without that, like I say, these stories wouldn't be told, people wouldn't be doing this, these platforms wouldn't be given to us. So we thank you as well.
Yes, I truly thank you as well, because, like I said, it's people out there that want and need this. And, you know, I am so thankful that I was blessed to come to Joliet. And whatever resources that people think that we don't have here, we do. They in the pockets, but you gotta open up that pocket and get in there and receive, because it's here. We in Joliet are doing amazing things for people, former incarcerated people, for mental health, everything. Like, there are so many agencies and so many things that are here. And I am so grateful that I have been blessed. It's like, I met you, then I met her, then I met this person, then it's like, we got this over here. And it's like, I wouldn't have thought that 2 years ago. It's been almost 2 years. So it's like, I would have never thought or knew about one agency without the other. One person without the other. You know, and I'm thankful to all of Youth Family Service. Like, I can't even say all the names of the places and the people that have been blessed, and who you have blessed. You have truly blessed my life. You don't know how much you have touched me and have made me a better person too, because I would have never thought I would be right here today telling my story or even talking about this, because I'm a very private person. And anybody that knows me knows that I hold stuff to my chest. Even when I'm hurting the worst, I'm holding it to my chest, and you'll call me and you'll be like, Katrina, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, girl, I'm cool. But me to cry for like 20 minutes. Or my brother be to call me, he be like, top of the morning, how you doing?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm good. But B then, he was like, oh no, you're not. I can tell in your voice, you've been crying. I can tell. And that has brought me through, and I truly am thankful for you.
Well, it's just by the grace of God, because it has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me, and everything to do with Him. To God be the glory. And in closing, again, just thank you all for coming out. We know that, first of all, this is not an easy topic to talk about. No. But it's necessary. Very necessary. We can laugh, but sometimes you have to laugh to keep yourself from crying. But these are tears of rejuvenation, tears of hope, tears of joy. Yes. Because of where, you know, we've come from. And you don't have to go have a sentence to have gone through stuff.
Right.
So I just want to say again, thank you. I appreciate it, and we will have agencies that you all can reach out to if you want to, again, anything dealing with mental health, anything dealing with, substance abuse, any of those things. We'll have, I'll put the information, we'll put that information up there on the screen. So thank you all so much for listening, and hopefully you all got something out of this conversation, because I know we did.
I did.
Absolutely.
I got a good cry as always.
So thank you all so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What a great conversation. Whew. Thank you all for sharing your voices and your perspectives. It's conversations like this that help build our understanding and remind us that behind every issue are real people navigating real challenges in our community. Let's learn to cut some people's slack, and let's respect each other. Let's love more on each other. But most of all, let us begin to hear each other. Let's keep this conversation going. I'm Pam Ford with New Day Employment Network, and we'll see you next time.